Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Danny Brown Talks Phoenix. I am your host, Danny Brown. Today, I am joined by our lead buyer specialist, Madeline Wilson. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Madeline, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for Myriad Real Estate Group?
I am the buyer specialist for Myriad. Was brought on this year and happy to be here. I'm a realtor. I was born in Arizona, lived here for years, so love it, and I don't ever plan on leaving.
She's been a great addition to our team, and like her title says, she's a buyer specialist, so she is the one that takes out all of our buyer clients for the most part and works tirelessly to help them find their dream home.
Yes,
So,
I love it every day.
Yeah, we really appreciate her, and she's been a great addition to the team. So in this episode, we thought we would do something a little bit different. This is our Thanksgiving Day episode or special, and we thought maybe we'd give you guys a little bit more insight into kind of what makes me tick and some things that I'm thankful for. So Madeline is going to kind of help ask me questions in response to the different things that I'm thankful for this season. So I recently turned 37.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So I'm getting older. With each year that passes, I think that gives you a little bit of an opportunity to look back and, just be appreciative for everything that you have. So for those of you that know me, the first thing that I'm most thankful for is my health. I am a avid, I love exercise. I love being active. I love hiking, mountain biking, working out, whether it's CrossFit or doing yoga with Alyssa or spin. So I think that the most important thing that anybody has in their life is their health. So that's why it's number one for me, and I'm very thankful for having that.
Absolutely. Have you competed in any CrossFit competitions this year?
We did a fun one in our gym where we did teams, and it was two males and a female, and then we had to dress up in outfits. My team kind of phoned it in, and we called ourselves the Affiliates, and we just wore CrossFit t-shirts from other gyms.
Sounds like a cop-out.
Yeah, it was. It was. Other people dressed up as old folks. We had some people dress up as Sour Patch Kids, and they were called the Sour Snatch Kids, which is a movement.
I like that one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I don't take CrossFit super serious. It's just something that's fun and I enjoy. So I'm not big into the competitive scene. But yeah, that was a good time.
And contributes to your health.
It does, absolutely. The second thing that I am most thankful for is probably Alyssa. She is now my wife. We got married this last April, and she's been with me for 11 years and has put up with a lot.
That's a long time to put up with you.
Yeah, right? You've only been doing it for about a year. So
Yeah. What was your most favorite part about the wedding?
Man, it's really hard to narrow down. So we got married in Playa del Carmen, which is just outside of Cancun, and the whole week was just unforgettable. I've been to a lot of weddings, and it seems like the larger the wedding, the less fun the bride and groom seem to have because they're being pulled in so many different directions. We had 30 people there, and only 6 of those total were family members.
Wow.
So the rest were all friends, and we had because we were on location, we got to spend a lot of time with the people that were there. And so I would say my favorite part of it was the size, because it was very intimate, and we got to hang out with the people we wanted to hang out with. We got to do all the things we wanted to do, and we didn't feel like we were being pulled in 8 different directions.
Yeah, more intimate.
Yeah. And my circle of friends and Alyssa's circle of friends were very similar. Mm-hmm. So everybody hung out and partied together. So it was a really good time and an experience that I'll never forget.
Yeah, the pictures were beautiful. What's your most memorable moment of the wedding then?
I would say actually the ceremony itself, because it stormed, and there was bad weather was forecasted all day, and it was holding off, and it seemed right like right as we were starting to kind of have the procession walk down the aisle, the storm kind of just started picking up. So it got really, really windy, and everybody's hair is blowing in every direction. And it was, we were on the beach, and so sand was kind of blowing around as well. And all the groomsmen, we were wearing dress pants. We had sand like down the crease of our pants. So it looked like we were almost wearing pinstripe. But we got the wedding in, we got the ceremony in, and we finished. And right as we finished and everybody was heading in, it dumped rain. It started pouring.
I hear it's good luck to have rain on your wedding day. So
I've been telling Alyssa that for 6 months now, and she doesn't believe me.
I think it is. I think it is.
So the third thing that I'm most thankful for is probably my family, and especially my parents. My parents sacrificed a lot for my brother and I. They were both entrepreneurs. My dad started his own architecture firm when I was a kid, and my mom ran her own medical transcription back in the day, which medical transcription, for those of you that don't know, is where a doctor talks into a little microphone, and then someone listens to that and then types out what they say for reports. Not really in existence anymore with technology, but she did that for a very long time, running her own business, and was very successful. My brother and I never went without, and I owe my work ethic and I think my entrepreneurial spirit to them.
What's something fun that you've done with them this year?
Gosh.
Because they live close by.
Yeah. My parents only live about 30 minutes away from me, so I'm in Phoenix, and they live in Tempe. So we try to get together with them about once a month if we can, and we do fun stuff with them all the time. So in recent memory, we've done a bunch of food festivals. We've gone to some taco festivals with them. For my birthday, we did like a bike pub crawl, and so it was fun getting my mom on a bike, which I don't think she's ridden a bike in years, and rode kind of from bar to bar. So it was a lot of fun. My parents are a blast.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, they know how to have a good time.
Was there anyone that fell off the bike?
Actually, my brother's fiance almost fell into oncoming traffic.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everyone made it out alive.
Yeah, she's all right, but she did fall off the curb and into oncoming traffic. But the cars were far enough away where they could stop and she could get resituated.
I'm glad everyone's okay.
Yeah. The fourth thing that I'm most thankful for is the team here at Myriad. Without you guys, handling each of your individual roles, I don't think our clients would be as well taken care of as they are. You guys work really hard and make me look good, which I know Alyssa can attest to. It takes a lot of work. So I appreciate each and every one of you and the individual roles that you take, and your personalities. I mean, we all mesh really well together, and it's just, this last year has been probably the most fun I've ever had practicing real estate, and I think it's because of you guys.
Awesome. Well, we couldn't do it without a boss like you, so thank you for all that you've taught us along the way.
Absolutely.
But I have to ask, who's your most favorite team member?
That's like trying to pick one of your favorite children, and I don't have kids, but I'm gonna say it's the same.
Do you have a least favorite then?
So each of you are my favorite in your own individual ways. So Abigail is my favorite when it comes to marketing and keeping me in line. This podcast wouldn't be the success that it is without her and the preparation that she puts into getting me ready. Morgan is my favorite at helping me run a business. Running a business is not my strong suit. I'm really good at helping people. I'm really good at real estate. But, when it comes to profit and loss and managing the books and staying focused, I could not do any of that without Morgan. So
she's incredible.
Yeah, she's my favorite when it comes to managing the business and managing our transactions. When somebody goes under contract, she is just phenomenal at keeping everybody on task and on point to where we get to a successful closing. You're my favorite for the way that you interact with all of our clients out in the field.
Oh, thank you.
I receive nothing but kudos to the the way that you handle our clients and show them around, and the interaction that you have with them, and the way that you treat them. They are constantly blown away by the level of service that you provide. So you're my favorite when it comes to showing clients.
Well, thank you. Love what I do. So
yeah, that absolutely. Jake is my favorite, probably for, gosh, I mean, just his overall general positive attitude that he brings to the office.
The second he walks in, you can just feel it.
Yeah.
He's got an energy, yeah.
But he's also my least favorite on the team, and because he works part-time.
Yes.
And so it's my least favorite days are the days when he's not in the office.
Yeah.
So Mondays and Wednesdays are awesome, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays when he's not here, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
So I love him to death. I think he's fantastic, but he's my least favorite because he doesn't work with us all the time. And Dominic just joined our team. He's great. He's been a really good addition. He's only been with us for 30 days. So, my favorite things about him are probably just his willingness to do anything that we ask, and he really steps up to the plate.
Yeah, and do it well.
And he does it well. Yep. He has no fear when it comes to calling our clients in our database just to chat with them. So if you do get a call from him, be nice. So
he's very friendly, easy to talk to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you guys are all my favorite.
Well, thank you. That was a perfect answer.
Very PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So to continue on, the next thing that I'm very thankful for are my amazing friends and the people that I associate with. We really run our business based on referrals. And if it wasn't for my friends and most of our past clients, I'm putting them into that category because they are now my friends. Some of my closest friends are people I met and helped buy or sell a home. And so, I think that you take on the traits of the people that you hang out with the most. And I'm just surrounded by nothing but stellar people that, really care about each other. And I'm just very thankful for them.
Yeah, I know you do a lot of events and stuff with your friends. Is there one in particular that comes to mind that was just a blast above and beyond all?
I would say we did a client appreciation event that was a lot of fun at the Musical Instrument Museum this last year. So it was, I think, in February of 2018, and the support, we had more support, more people show up to that event than any other event that we've held so far. And it was just great to see people that I hadn't seen in a long time. And you're good friends when you don't see someone for months or years, and then they show up and you just connect like no time has passed at all.
Yeah. Pick up where you left off.
Absolutely. Yeah. In terms of like super close friends, we recently went to a Tiburon Wine Festival in San Francisco with a lot of my closest friends. This was shortly after our wedding, and that was a lot of fun. We stayed at one of my friends' houses in San Jose. He's got this amazing house, and they had a caterer come in and make food. We had a party bus that took us from his house to Tiburon, and so
sounds like quite the week.
It was. I was hurting for a few days after it. You drink on the bus to Tiburon, and then you go to a wine festival where you're going to continue drinking all afternoon. So it was definitely a really great trip, and it's actually how Alyssa and I ended up buying our trip to our honeymoon. We went to this wine festival, and they had a silent auction. All the money was being donated to charity. So we did our charitable part and, drank all the wine. Yeah, drank all the wine, and we ended up bidding on a trip to Bali for two. So we got drunk at a wine festival and bought, without even thinking about it, a trip for two to Bali. So we are now in the midst of planning that, and I don't know.
I don't think there can be any regrets from that, though. That sounds like an awesome trip.
Yeah, it was a great trip. Yeah. And, it's a really fun story to tell about how you decided on where you were going to go for your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Because you got drunk. I mean, to continue on with that, again, I'm super thankful for all of our clients and the support that they've shown me. I've been in real estate for 11 years. It'll be 12 this summer. And, if it wasn't for them, Myriad wouldn't exist. I worked for a different team for a really long time, and that's kind of where I learned how to do real estate. They are and were a great team, and provided me with a lot of the knowledge that I still have today on how to treat people and how to, really practice your craft and to get better at it. And all those clients that I worked with at that time, helped launch us over the last 5 years. And Myriad just recently celebrated their 5-year anniversary this October. And we honestly wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for them. I mentioned earlier that we grow our business based on referrals. And if it wasn't for them, coming back to us, 5, 7, 10 years later, sending us their friends and family, we just wouldn't be where we are at without them. So I appreciate all of our past clients.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. I know that you still help people that you help your first year of real estate. So that's really cool and shows a lot about you. What is your most favorite part about helping people buy and sell homes?
The most favorite thing that I do when it comes to real estate has just recently kind of surfaced. And it was traditionally helping first-time home buyers, because that's what I did a lot of. My sphere, my friends, everybody was in their early 30s and was buying their first home. Well, as I've gotten older, all those people are now wanting to sell their first home to buy their next home. And so what I've really become passionate about, because it's really complicated and difficult, is helping people sell in order to buy. Mm-hmm. It's this intricate puzzle that I get to put together all these different moving parts to help solve and come to a solution for our client, to get to the next stage in their life. And because of the level of stress they're under, because of how complicated it is, and because of how good I know we are, it's become my favorite thing to do in real estate, is help people kind of get to that stage, and taking as much of that pressure off of them through creative solutions is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I know I've been on a few transactions with you on that, and having the team really helps put it all together.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine trying to do it by myself. Mm-hmm. I think that clients would definitely suffer if it was just me. But mm-hmm. because of you guys, because of Morgan, because of you out in the field showing them homes, it takes a lot of that stress off of them and helps, put me in a better position to put them in a position to succeed and get from that, their first home or their second home into their second or third home, or even if they're downsizing, whatever their situation is, selling in order to buy is the same process. And mm-hmm. it's just a lot of fun. The next thing that I am super thankful for are our strategic partners. So that's vendors that we partner with. We only work with people that we would use ourselves on our own personal transactions. We only work with individuals who provide that same level of care and same level of service that we provide. Because if they screw up, then we're guilty by association, and we've screwed up. So I'm extremely thankful for all of them, and again, their support that they've shown us over the last 5 years that we've been in business, and before that as well.
Yeah. What's something that you've done with them that you remember? Event, luncheon, transaction?
Gosh, there's so many different things. Our partners help us out in so many different ways. We've got our title company that helps us out with our pie event that's going on right now. And so we get to give back to our clients and give them pies. All of the things that we do, the events that we hold, are typically shared with our strategic partners. So, whether we're having a client appreciation event, if we're having a happy hour, if we're sending you something, 4th of July, we sent out sparklers and American flags. There's usually a vendor who's partnering with us to make it so that that's possible. So each and every event is memorable in its own way, and just very appreciative to all of them.
Yeah.
Number 8 is apparently Comedy Central's news comedy shows. Every day about 12 or 1 o'clock is when I have lunch. I've got it programmed on my calendar, time blocked. And if I'm in the office and doing what I'm supposed to do and on track with my time, I tend to check out for about 20 minutes and watch The Daily Show.
I don't know what you would do at lunch if you didn't have that.
Yeah. I think everybody needs to unplug for a little bit to decompress. And I have a hard time eating and either reading or trying to do stuff. It just stretches my lunch and makes it really long. And then by the time my food gets cold. So I'm just going to stop everything I'm doing. I'm going to focus on lunch and eat. And I'll just watch an episode from The Daily Show last night. And it's about 20 minutes because there's no commercials and I can eat.
I think I saw that on today. So
it
is a daily routine.
Trevor Noah is in Miami right now. So let's see. I think we kind of touched on this. I'm super thankful for the culture of the Myriad team that we've been able to create. Each of your personalities, again, is different and you have different strengths. And I just think that we have one of the most fun atmosphere and cultures that you can have while still, maintaining a certain level of professionalism and getting the job done. So we have a very good balance of, work and fun.
I know there's a little bit of fun there with us pranking you. Do you enjoy that?
I do. One of the funniest ones, and I can't remember what it was for, but it was a card that I received, and you open it and it would sing. And then most of the time when you close these cards, they stop. But this one wouldn't shut the fuck up. And it was super annoying, and it just kept going. I shoved it in a drawer and it just kept going and going. And then I got so frustrated that I tore it apart. And as soon as you tear it apart, glitter goes everywhere. So now my office is covered in glitter. At least it wasn't making any more noise. I had broken it, but it was it was super frustrating. But then I realized it was a prank, and then it was all in good fun and really made me laugh.
Do you ever plan on pranking us back?
Well, I think you guys better look out maybe the next time this pie video comes around and we donate pies, because I think Abigail and I would like to pie somebody else.
I know. We got you good this year.
You did.
And unfortunately, Abigail too. But
yeah, I was cleaning pie and crust out of my ears for days.
It was fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that kind of leads into getting pied in the face.
Yeah.
I am not necessarily thankful for that. It was a lot of fun. Super sticky. Ruined some clothes, but that's okay. And like I said, I was cleaning it out of my ears for a couple of days, graham cracker. That graham cracker crust does not come off easily.
It's like an exfoliant.
Yeah, right?
So you're welcome for that. We're adding to your health, your skin.
Yeah. Oh, man. So for me, I'm big into, so 11 and 12 kind of go hand in hand for things that I'm thankful for. My morning routine, and Alyssa can attest to this, very fanatical about my morning routine, and every day is I view it as a new opportunity. So, you kind of mentioned earlier today, I brought in cookies that Alyssa had made that
were delicious. So delicious. I can't stop eating them.
Well, and that throws your diet off if you're off for just that little meal, you had cookies, well, you might as well just scrap the whole day. And then if you scrap the whole day, you might as well scrap the whole week. I view it a little bit differently, that, if you messed up on that day, that you get to go to bed and you get to try again the next day, that each day is an opportunity to be better than the day before. And I'm a big believer in kind of the compound effect. Great book by Darren Hardy, where you do small little things every single day. And by the year end, 5-year, 10-year end, you'll have this exponential growth. And it's just doing small things every single day. And so to try and get the day started off right, I've got this morning routine. I time block my mornings, and I wake up. Every morning I wake up at 4:15, and I've got this whole series of things that I do up until about 5:30, which is at what time I go to the gym typically. And that involves, making my lunch for the day. I usually meal prep on Sundays, but I've got to put it all together, and I make a fresh salad every day so that it's nice and good.
Greens with chicken.
That's right.
That's every day.
Yeah. I try to meditate using Headspace for 10 minutes. I write in a 5-minute journal. I'm not very good at writing, and the 5-minute journal is great because it kind of tells you exactly what to do. I try to read for 30 minutes a day. Cannot read at night. It puts me to sleep. I'll read a couple sentences and then I'm out. So
maybe that's your nighttime routine.
Yeah. Yeah.
To fall asleep.
Right. So I can only read for a little bit in the morning. Try to get 30 minutes in a day. I got to clean our cat box. We've got 2 cats. And so every morning I got to clean their cat box, which is not the favorite part of my routine. And then I go to the gym. So that's kind of what the first hour and 15 minutes of my day looks like every single day. And it's the same every Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. So I'm
sounds like you set yourself up for success. So
trying to, I can't remember who the author or the guy was, but in some speech he said that, if the first thing you do every morning is make your bed, that sets you up for success for the day, because that's a small win. That's something super easy that you can do. Now, I don't make my bed every day, but
add that to your routine.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Well, this is usually sleeping, so I can't make the bed.
That's a little
with,
hard, yeah.
Yeah. Although she wouldn't put it past me to make the bed with her in it.
Your side.
Yeah. So going on, I'm super thankful for all of our mentors and coaches. I am a big believer that you can't be successful by yourself. So you have to bring in people to push you and make you better, whether it's your team or whether it's mentors and coaches. So I've got a nutritional coach that helps me with my diet. I've got 2 coaches at the gym. One guy that is working on some of my weaknesses and sends me programming 3 or 4 times a week, and then of course the coach that's teaching the class. Rachel Lutowski is our leadership and team coach. Lizzie Hofer is kind of my business coach. So I've got all these coaches in my life that just push me to be better than I am. And I think if we're left to our own devices, we can just become lazy, and you can become okay with the status quo, which there's nothing wrong with that if you're happy. But I constantly want to be striving for being better than I am today. And if it wasn't for those coaches pushing me, I don't think that I would.
So out of all those coaches, is there one piece of advice that you've gotten that sticks out above all?
They kind of all say relatively the same thing, that it's creating habits is really important. And once you can create habits, everything kind of becomes easier. And I think that is a common recommendation of each of the coaches that I've worked with, even, the nutritionists, even the coaches at the gym. The movements at the gym, you start getting muscle memory, and it's practicing these things over and over and over again, so that the movement then becomes second nature and becomes a habit. And the same on the business side, doing, the same things every single day. And maybe it's consistency. Maybe that's the common trait instead of habits. It's consistency, right. Being consistent with everything that you do every single day. That's kind of the main thread from all of them. Mentors, I view some of the coaches as mentors, but I love podcasts. I love Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss, Gary Vaynerchuk. So those, they're not mentors that I get to talk to on a regular, ever, but they put all their information out there for free. And so if you don't have the funds or the ability to have coaches, you can get all this great info. These guys are just putting it out in the world, and you just follow what they tell you to do, and it works. So I really view some of those guys as kind of the mentors that I try to be like.
Yeah.
Let's see. I am also super thankful for being born in the U.S. I think, I put this down there. They asked the question on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I love Bruce Springsteen? And that didn't even enter my mind when I put this down. I put it down more to go with the fact that, I feel like everyone born in the U.S. for the most part has won the genetic lottery. I mean, we've been born in a country where we're free to do relatively anything we want. You know, we get to choose who we are, what we do, and a lot of people in this world don't have that. And so I'm really thankful, you know, and even to further extent, you know, being a white male in the United States of America, that just gives you a leg up over a lot of other people, unfortunately. And so, you know, I don't want to take that for granted, because like I said, a lot of people don't have that in their life, and have been born into hardships. You know, you could be born in Africa or a third world country, and you know, then all of a sudden, you know, trying to find and help clients buy homes, that's not your priority. Your priority is finding water and food and, you know, helping your family survive. Yeah. So that's why I put that down, not because I'm a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Well, do you have an answer? 1 to 10? Is it a 1 then?
It's a great song, so we'll go with an 8.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm very thankful for my ability to travel. I love traveling and seeing new places, experiencing different cultures, experiencing different food.
I know that you ate a cricket
in
Mexico.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was crunchy, and it tasted kind of like barbecue because of the seasoning. At the same time, we ate little grubs like worms, and I compared those to eating like a cherry tomato, because when you bite into it, it like exploded.
Oh gosh!
So the cricket was more like eating popcorn because of the texture and the crunchiness to it,
yeah.
And the worm was more of an interesting taste because it like pops in your mouth.
Were either of them alive?
No,
okay.
No, they were not alive. I don't think I've eaten anything that knowingly eaten anything that was still alive.
Okay.
But if it's part of the culture, I'll try anything once. I mean, when we were in Scotland, I ate haggis. You know, I've had Rocky Mountain oysters.
It'll be interesting to see what you try in Bali.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll come back with some stories.
Hopefully.
Something that I really love, brunch. I am thankful that brunch exists.
I know you're a huge brunch fan.
I am.
What is your favorite place?
My favorite place to go to brunch right now is probably Over Easy. They have these amazing protein pancakes that I am obsessed with. And Alyssa actually gets mad because I end up ordering 2 breakfasts, because the protein pancakes, you get 3, and that's like its own meal. But I also want eggs and bacon.
Yeah.
And the first time we went there, I ordered a side of eggs and bacon, and it ended up being expensive, more expensive. And Alyssa did the math. So it's really her fault. She did the math.
Blame it on her.
Yeah. She did the math, and they have a breakfast that's just eggs and bacon, but you also get potatoes and toast. And it's cheaper to do that than it is to order a side of eggs and bacon. So I don't eat all of that food. I try, but I can't because it's too much. But it is cheaper to go that route. So I order 2 meals at Over Easy when we go.
They've got good food. I've had their eggs Benedict's, very good.
Yeah. And I love Bloody Marys. I
Yeah.
love a spicy Bloody Mary. So on a Sunday, it's a nice way to have brunch. You know, I think brunch exists so that people can drink and
First thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
So I also love Amazon Prime. I think Amazon Prime is the greatest thing. So
why don't you tell us about the most ridiculous thing that you've ordered there?
I ordered a single avocado on Amazon Prime. It was actually Amazon Prime Now. You know, we're in Phoenix, and they've got a distribution center in Tempe. And, you know, like I said before, I've got my morning routine. And I was making my salad, and part of my salad is half of an avocado. Well, we ran out of avocados, and I only needed 1 because we were leaving town the next morning, and I didn't want to go to the store. So I got on my app for Amazon Prime Now, and I ordered a single avocado for $1 plus a $5 delivery fee at 5 a.m. I went to the gym, and I got home from the gym, and the avocado was sitting on my front door, and I got to make my salad.
So there wasn't an option for a half of an avocado, because that's all you needed.
That's all I needed. Yeah. No, there was not an option for just half an avocado.
Well, a single avocado is still somewhat ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Glad it worked out.
$6
For
I spent for 1 avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We found out there is a limit to what I would do, and that was $10. I would not spend more than $10 for a single avocado, regardless of how.
$10. So 9 would be okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It saved me time. I didn't have to go to the store.
Okay.
I mean, so when I go to the gym, I don't bring my wallet. So it was just this whole thing that I didn't have to deal with. And it was just sitting on my front step when I got home.
Pay to save time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So I think that leads into my next one, and that's time-saving apps. So I love Uber Eats and
Amazon Prime
and Postmates. I do all of my nutrition and meal tracking through an app, MyFitnessPal. And so I really like the time-saving apps that you can use. I use all of them. I really like Uber Eats, the meal delivery service, so if you don't want to cook, you can pretty much get anything you want and have it delivered to you. A lot of times I love breakfast, like we know, and I'll have First Watch, which is right across the street from the office.
Walking distance.
Absolutely walking distance, delivered to the office if I miss breakfast in the morning.
Throwing distance.
Yeah. So like days that I have my professional networking, my morning routine gets thrown off a little bit. So I tend to not eat breakfast before. I'll eat it when I get to the office after. And I use Uber Eats to deliver food that's less than 10 minutes away.
Yes, you do quite often.
But that means I can be in the office making calls and working on our clients'
yes.
real estate needs. Yeah.
Efficiency.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, is being
Yes.
efficient.
Yes.
Let's see. One of the last things that I'm thankful for are taco festivals, apparently. That's not one that I put down.
We all know how much you loved it, though. So we put it in for you.
I love tacos. I love a really good taco. And we went to a taco festival just recently, and it was pouring rain, like just downpour. And we still went with umbrellas in hand and ate soggy tacos, and they were still delicious.
Yes. And less lines.
Yeah, the lines were super short, so I was able to basically eat my weight in tacos. One of my favorite places to get tacos is Otro Cafe, if anybody's wondering.
I've never tried it.
They have amazing tacos and, surprisingly, awesome pancakes.
There you go. Sold for Danny.
Yep.
That's Danny Brown's favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Pancakes and
tacos.
All right. I think we're to 20.
We're at the last one. The last thing that I'm super thankful for is having fun. I think life was meant to be enjoyed, and that you should have a good time, whether you're at work, in your personal life. You should always be striving to have a good time.
Is there anything in specific that you can think of that you've done fun today, like maybe within the last half hour?
The last half hour? Jeez.
You've just been with me, so.
Well, I got to share, Alyssa made some really delicious chocolate chip cookies, and I got to share them with all of you guys. So that was fun for me to get them out of my house so that I won't eat them, and share them with you and see that you guys enjoyed them. So that was fun and entertaining.
Fun for us too. Those cookies were delicious, and I definitely want the recipe because they were perfect.
Well, I will get them to you for sure.
Perfect.
So, all right, guys. Well, this was our special Thanksgiving episode of Danny Brown Talks Phoenix. I am your host, Danny Brown. Thank you, Madeline, for joining us today and kind of going through some of my favorite things and things that I'm thankful for.
Thank you. It was a blast.
Awesome. Well, we will see you guys next time, and I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.